Today I'm going to read a story from National Geographic Kids called Plants. It's by Catherine Williams. Plants everywhere. Look around. There are plants everywhere. In the city, they live in flower pots and parks. Some plants even grow through cracks in the sidewalk. But plants don't only live in the city. They live all around the world. Let's take a look. Many amazing plants like kapok trees live in the rainforest. Kapok trees can grow to be as tall as a 20-story building. They tower above the canopy or treetops. That means they get lots of sunlight. Other plants grow in their shade. This orchid lives in the rainforest too. It does not need much light. It grows in the kapok tree's shade. Many orchids grow on other plants. Some plants live in the water. Seagrass grows in shallow ocean water where there is plenty of sunlight. These underwater meadows are home to lots of ocean animals like fish and crabs. For green sea turtles, seagrass is a yummy snack. Other plants live in the ponds. This lily sits on top of the water. It has wide leaves to help it float. The desert is a tough place for plants to grow. It is too dry for most plants to live there, but some cacti can live 2 years without any water. They have special parts to keep them cool and wet. Spiky, needleless shade cacti from the sun. Waxy skin keeps water inside. Life in the desert is easy for cacti. Like all plants, they have special ways to live in their home. Your turn. These plants are out of space. Help them find their homes. Use your finger to draw a line from each plant to the place it lives. So we have to find the place where the orchid lives, the cactus lives, and the lily lives. So do you think the orchid lives in the desert, the rainforest, or the pond? If you said rainforest, you are correct. Where does the cactus live? In the pond or in the desert? You think the pond? The desert. And the lily with the frog lived in the pond. What is a plant? Most plants don't move very much. They don't run or play, but all plants are living things. That's because they grow and change just like you do. All plants need things to live. They need space to grow. They also need food. Plants can't go to the store and buy a sandwich. Instead, they make their own food from sunlight, water, air, and nutrients. They have special body parts to help them gather these ingredients. Leaves gather sunlight and air. Wider leaves get more light. Flat leaves gather more light too. Roots help absorb water and nutrients. They usually grow down into the soil and spread out wide. Spreading out helps the roots collect more water. It also holds plants in place. So here's the roots. They're underwater in the soil most of the time. The stem and then the leaves. The stem carries water from the roots to the leaves. It also holds the plant up. All the parts of a plant work together to keep the plant healthy. Most plants have similar parts, but others are different. Trees have big stems called trunks. Tough bark covers their trunks and keeps them safe. Duckweed has no stem at all. The plant covers the water like a big blanket. So duckweed is made of lots of tiny plants. So here they're under a microscope. Here, it almost looks like a bunch of little pellets on the water. The Venus flytrap is a strange plant. It doesn't only get food from sunlight, water, and air. It gets the extra nutrients it needs from bugs. When an insect lands on the leaf closes shut. The bug is trapped. The Venus flytrap may be different, but it is still a plant. So you can which is closed. It still makes its own food, and it still needs space to grow. Just like other plants, its body parts all work together to help it live. Your turn. There are all kinds of plants. Some have roots that go deep underground. Others have roots that stay close to the surface. Some have big leaves, and some have no leaves at all. There's something strange about this plant. What's wrong with it? Do you think it would be able to grow? Why or why not? If you look what's underground, I see the stem and the leaves underground and the roots up. Do you think that plant would be able to grow that way? I don't think so, because I think the leaves need the sunlight to be able to capture that nutrients to make the food they need. Plants grow up. Most plants start their lives as seeds. At first, they live inside or on their parent plants. Plants keep their seeds in different places. Some plants keep their seeds in pods or protective cases. Not all plants have pods. Some keep their seeds in fruits. Many fruits have seeds on the inside. Strawberries' seeds are on the outside. So here is a papaya, their seeds are on the inside. This is called milkweed, and their seeds are on the inside. But the strawberry has the seeds on the outside, and an apple would have the seeds on the inside. When the seeds are ripe, it's time for them to leave their parent plants. They need their own space to grow. Seeds have many ways of traveling to their new homes. Some seeds use the wind. Dandelion seeds float from one place to another. Maple seeds twirl like helicopters. Burr pods, those sticky burrs that maybe are in the woods, that get stuck to all of your clothing, they stick to animals that walk by. The animals drop them off at their new homes. So you can see they're all over those poor sheep. Soon the seeds fall to the ground. Now each has its own space. It is ready to grow into a plant. First, the seed splits open. Then the new plant's roots push down into the soil. The roots grow long. They gather water. The plant's shoot grows up out of the soil. The plant grows taller and stronger. So you can see there was the seed that broke open and the roots came out, and then the stem started to grow, or the shoot started to grow. Many plants will grow flowers. Flowers help make new seeds by creating pollen, a powder that travels from one flower to another. Flowers attract insects with their smells and bright colors. Pollen sticks to the insects. Bees fly from one flower to the next. They leave pollen behind. Once a plant has new pollen, it can create seeds. That's why, without bees and other pollinators, it would be hard for some plants to grow. They are an important part of a plant's life cycle. Now the plant loses its flowers. New seeds grow, and the cycle starts over. Your turn. Bee seeds are ready to travel to their new homes. How do you think each seed will get there? Take a look at this backyard. How many ways to travel can you see? The maple seeds. Do you think they could travel with the kids throwing them up, or the dog? And the dandelion. I don't know about you, but I like blowing those dandelion seeds. And the burrs, I bet you they're going to get stuck on the kids' clothes or the dog's paws or fur. Plants and you. Plants are all over the world, and that's a really good thing. Plants don't just sit around and look nice. They also keep you healthy and make people's lives better. Fruits and vegetables are healthy snacks. You can pick them from a field and eat them. Fruits and vegetables you buy at the store started as plants in a field. Other plants help us make tasty foods that don't look like plants at all. Tortillas are made of corn that has been cooked, ground up, and flattened. Many tasty cakes are made with wheat. Wheat and corn are both kinds of grasses. Plants make up many of the useful things we see every day. Even some of our clothes used to be plants. Cotton is the fluffy material that surrounds cotton plant seeds. Lots of pants and t-shirts are made with cotton. Wood is very useful. People make toys, chairs, and tables, and houses out of wood. By simply growing, plants make the air that we breathe clean. Plants absorb parts in the air that we don't breathe and turn them into the oxygen that we need to live. Plants make our world healthy and clean. That's why we need to take care of them. Your turn. Look around. How many things can you find that are made from plants? How many of those things do you use every day?